recorded live in Jacksonville, Florida. This is Trivial Warfare. More than just a pub quiz, Trivial Warfare is your gateway to a worldwide trivia community. Join your hosts, Jonathan.
We just described Ric Flair as Neanderthal Man and Planet of the Apes.
Carmela.
That would irritate the hell out. I'm like, I just want my groceries. My ice cream is melting.
Ben.
4 halogens in that list. Oh my God.
You're like, it's not the halogens. I'm like, no, Ben, no.
Those damn halogens got me again.
Aaron.
I haven't started cooking more, but I have started thinking about cooking more, so I've looked at a lot of recipes for things. Mostly cocktails.
Zakia.
I'm a very happy evil genius.
Yeah.
And Nick.
For all the listeners out there, if you spend enough money, you can be where I am today.
And the rest of the Trivial Warfare Army for another week of fun and games. Now here's your host, Jonathan Oakes.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Trivial Warfare. We are the podcast that takes the pub quiz out of the pub and brings it home to you. My name is Jonathan, and I am here today with Mr. Rob Everett. Hello, Rob.
What up, doe?
What up, doe? I'm here today with Mr. Chris Hollister. Hello, Chris.
Man, it is good to be back on. It has been too long, just absolutely too long that I've been on last. So I'm really happy to be back. And this is an After Dark episode, but not an After Dark episode.
It is in no way, shape, or form an After Dark episode. It is still light outside, and there will be no swearing nor drinking, except for Rob, I think, might have a drink.
Yeah, I got a drink.
That's true.
All right.
Yeah.
So it is the least After Dark episode, but it is evening time, which is going to be a different energy. Everybody's more awake. Yeah, it's going to be fun. We have 2 amazing guests that I want to introduce you to right now.
Yes, we do. I'm super pumped about this show. This is going to be fun tonight.
First up, Rowan Ward is with us. Hello, Rowan.
Hello. How are you?
Doing great. So glad you're here. Thanks for joining us.
I am so happy to be here. It's been a minute.
Next up, Daniela Browning is with us. Hello, how are you today?
Hello, friends. I'm good. You can call me Dani, though. My friends do.
All right, Dani, thank you very much. Super glad you're here. And I want to get to know each of you a little bit better. Rowan, I want to start with you. Please tell everybody where you're from, what you do, and something that makes you nerdy.
All right. My name is Rowan Ward. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, in the city proper, to the point that I'm actually going to have to stay at a hotel for the Schaumburg SporkleCon later this year because I'm an in-the-city public transit user, and like 3 hours back and forth from Schaumburg is not going to happen. I am a horse racing writer and editor and chart caller, basically jack of all trades that involves, do you need words about horses running around in circles? It's Kentucky Derby season. A lot of people do. And I have them.
And it was an exciting year this year, too. That was unbelievable.
This year's Derby was my favorite Derby in years. It makes me so happy. Just the closing run by Golden Tempo. I'm so happy for the connections. Curlin, who is a sire I've been obsessed with since his first crop. 2 of his sons already had Derby winners. He finally got his Derby winner this year. And honestly, there are a lot of things that make me nerdy, but kind of staying with the Kentucky Derby theme, one thing that makes me super nerdy is I do love horse pedigree. Like, I think that same bit of my brain that makes me into playing trivia is something that kind of got me into horse racing as well. And I just love researching the bloodlines. Like yesterday, someone messaged me and was like, oh, is that thing going around the internet about, all of the horses except for one in this year's Kentucky Derby are related to Secretariat? I'm like, it's possible. I know all 20 in last year's Derby were, but I'm not going to say for sure until I go down the rabbit hole. And then I did, and I found out that every horse in this year's Kentucky Derby, except for Emerging Market, had at least one line of Secretariat.
Wow.
That's really cool.
I think it might be fair to say that you might be the most knowledgeable Kentucky Derby trivia player in the world. I think your specialty around that probably dwarfs anybody else's. That's really something.
Well, it really
I'm
is.
probably one of the better, although I will say this. There are two people who are, active in the trivia community. They've both also been on Jeopardy. They both play OQL, some of the online trivia leagues that I play in. But I originally met both of them through being horse racing writers. So I think there's an overlap between trivia and horse racing.
Yeah.
I stand by my statement.
And Rowan and I have actually been on a lot of podcasts together, just not Trivial Warfare. We've done several, we've done a couple wrestling ones, if I remember correctly, Rowan.
Yes, yes, we have. With
As a matter of fact,
PTE.
Sweetheart Holly 99 threw up the one sign when you said the bloodline, and she's they acknowledged the bloodline. So there you
Love
go.
it.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Well, Rowan, it is great to have you here. Thanks for joining us.
So good to be here.
And Dani, please tell everybody where you're from, what you do, and what makes you nerdy.
Hi, I'm Dani. I live in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. I own a family-run renovation business with my husband. I do the design project management side of things, and he is a carpenter, so he actually does the work on site. I say I make it pretty, and he makes it happen, is our little motto. So yes, we, for those keeping track, we are married, we have 2 children, and we work together full time.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's impressive.
My husband really loves me.
Mm-hmm.
And I really love him, but I am probably the one who is a little bit, let's just say he's got to grind his teeth sometimes.
I can only imagine.
So.
I guarantee if I worked with my wife, along with all the rest of it, that we would actively seek out hobbies and things that are apart just so that we have some space.
I thought you were going to say counseling. So.
To be fair, I am running a marathon again this year, and that's a lot of hours out of the house of training.
Yeah.
So that's we do separate. And the nerdy thing about me, I am an F1 nerd. I don't know if you can call that a nerd.
Sure.
I jokingly say the nerdiest thing about me is my husband. He's an incredibly talented painter for Warhammer figurines.
Oh, very cool.
And he's
love that.
Phenomenally talented at it. My thing is F1. I like cars that go zoom zoom very quickly. And yeah, that's me.
That's fantastic. So who's your favorite F1 driver?
Ooh.
Currently Charles Leclerc, and Ferrari, but if anybody knows anything about F1, you just signed yourself up for heartbreak as a Ferrari fan, which tracks because I'm also a Leafs fan. So I basically know how to pick them.
You know what? I'm a fan of Florida sports teams, so I get it. I've not the good ones, by the way, the bad ones. Yeah, so I get it. I totally get it.
Yep.
Well, Dani,
I'm a White Sox fan.
That's hard. That's hard. But you've won a championship in the last 20 years, barely.
2006. Actually,
it's been 21
years.
now. It was 2005.
Okay. Oh, it was 5. Okay.
Fine.
I'm a Jays fan. All right, we blew it in Game 7 last year.
Oh.
Hey, 2016 all the way, kids. Let's go.
All right. Guys,
I'm keeping my mouth
it
shut.
is super great to have both of you here, and we're going to get started with the game right now. It's time for Warm It Up, Chris.
It's time to warm it up on Trivial Warfare today. And there's only one person who can warm it up for the TWA, and that's Chris. And sometimes Jonathan.
All right. Thanks, everybody. So today's Warming Up Chris is brought to you by, Chris. So thank you, Chris. I appreciate you doing this. Hey, not a problem, Chris. Thank you. So what's going on with this one is, as probably most people know, one of my favorite podcasts, other than TW, of course, is a little show called Hit Parade. Hit Parade's done by Slate Magazine's fantastic music show. So if you like music history, it's Highly recommend it. But they had an episode a couple months ago all about movie soundtracks. And one of the things that I learned was that in the 1980s there were 14 movies, 14 movie, one television show, and one concert soundtrack in the 1980s that sold over 1 million copies. So there were 16 different soundtracks, and I love a good soundtrack, that sold over 1 million copies. And so today I'm asking you to name that that TV show, the one TV show, or the one concert, or the 14 movies that their soundtrack sold over 1 million copies.
And it's the 80s, only the 80s.
Only the 1980s. That's correct.
Woof.
Yeah.
Oh,
it is.
No.
Oh, I assure all of you, if you like movies and TV shows and stuff like that, and TV show, you have heard of all of this. This is not anything you have not heard of.
If you like movies and TV show,
yes, and the concert soundtrack, you've heard of this group as well. So, with that in mind, Robear, because I like to call you Robear, it's fancy. You get to go first, sir.
Wow, I get to, oh my God. 14 movies, a TV show, and a concert. Okay.
And they're all qualified as soundtracks. So I will give you guys a little hint. The Batman album that Prince did in 1989 is not on this list because that was a concept album done for the movie and not considered a soundtrack. So just
interesting. FYI. I can remove that from the list. I had just written it down.
Yep. So just to give you guys a little help.
All right. I'm going to try for the concert, and I'm going to go with Live Aid.
Okay, Live Aid is incorrect, sir. The concert, just to let you know, was just one band.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but good guess. Rowan, we're over to you.
Oh, that's tough because you said just one band. I thought I had a line on a concert, but it was We Are the World, so it's not that. I know the theme song was at least a big deal, so maybe I'm going to guess for the TV show Miami Vice.
Miami Vice, number 14 on the list.
Wow, you got the one TV show. That was amazing.
The only time in my life I'll get an 80s TV question correct.
Yeah.
Wow.
And actually, you know what? Yes, the theme for Miami Vice absolutely was part of it. But the other one, there was a little song called "In the Air Tonight" that was on there by Phil Collins. I don't know if you guys have heard that song or not. So
maybe.
Maybe. Fair enough. Well done.
I can remove Greatest American Hero from my list. I thought that maybe that one song had pulled it to the million, but I guess not.
Unfortunately, yeah. All right, Jonathan, you're up next.
I think I'm really gonna probably get the number one here. I'm gonna say Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing, 100% the number one on the list. Well done. Over 32 million copies sold worldwide. So very well done. Dani, you are up next, my friend. What do you got?
I had a list of one, and that one was Dirty Dancing.
Way to go, Jonathan.
I'm not
Thanks,
on a
Jonathan.
team right now. I'm playing for myself.
What other 80s movie? Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters,
Right.
number 11 on the list with,
Good job.
with over 2 million copies sold. Well done.
Good job.
All right. Robear, back to you. What do you got?
All right. I'm going to go with what I probably should have went with for as far as movies go. And what about Beverly Hills Cop?
Beverly Hills Cop, number 8 on the list.
Good job.
With 5.5 million copies. Well done. All right, Rowan, what you thinking?
I had Ghostbusters, and now I don't have Ghostbusters anymore. Can't believe I hadn't thought of Dirty Dancing. I mean, I had the time of my life. That's a good one. I don't know. Maybe people enjoyed their oldies because I sure do. Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
Oh, maybe.
Number 16 on the list. 1.7 million copies.
Yes!
Good job.
Well done.
I just wrote that.
Excellent. Well done. And my hold on, I need to get rid of that. I have this little keyboard holder, and it is just annoying me right now. So I had to get rid of it. Okay. Well done. And now, Jonathan, over to you, sir.
I am on a highway to the danger zone. I'm going Top Gun.
Yes, absolutely.
Ooh.
That's actually what started this whole journey for me. Number 4 on the list with 9.75 million copies worldwide. Well done, Jonathan. You're 2 for 2. All right, Dani. You got Ghostbusters. I got a feeling you got another one. So what do you got?
A lot of movies that were probably in the 70s. Let's try Terminator.
Terminator, unfortunately, is not on the list, my friend. I am so sorry. All right.
Is that a 7? No, that's 80s, right?
That's 80s.
Yeah,
it's
it was
80s.
84. It was 84, but they just didn't sell over 1 million units.
Got it.
So, all right. We're going to go ahead and do one more round, and then we'll just do kind of like a free-for-all, if that's okay. And
Sure.
kind of go from there. So, Robear, what you thinking?
I'm thinking that I should not let you forget about me and go with The Breakfast Club.
Nice pick.
Shockingly enough, not on the list.
Damn.
Not on the list. Yeah.
Still a nice pick. There was a point in time where there was a switchover, and I don't remember what the movie was, but there was a switchover where soundtracks used to just be like the instrumental music for albums. And I think that switchover happened in the 80s, and it was only after that that they started putting unique songs. They would collect songs that were on real albums and put them on there. But yeah, in the 80s, it was a big changeover.
They actually, on the show, they accredit it to Saturday Night Fever. So,
That might be. Could be.
Which is like 77. But yeah, one of the things they were talking about on Hit Parade was that the 80s exploded it, because where it was like one every couple years, it was 3 or 4 a year that was coming out starting in the 80s because it was so profitable for them. All right, Rowan, over to you. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm really wishing I weren't several months behind on my Hit Parade episodes. Because it's a great podcast, but I have not listened to this one yet. I'm not a big movie person, so I think I'm gonna maybe try for that band again. Queen?
I am sorry, Queen is not on the list.
That's a good one, too.
Okay, so Jonathan, we've had 3 incorrect answers in a row. Can you break it?
I'm putting my money on Flashdance.
Flashdance, number 3 on the list with over 20 million copies. Well done.
Nice.
All right, there's still a couple really, really big movies.
Yeah, I still have some.
All right, so Dani, what are you thinking?
I'm between 2, and one of them I can't remember one of the words of, so I'll go with the one I actually remember in full. Pretty in Pink.
Pretty in Pink. You guys are loving those. What was it? The John Hughes movies. Unfortunately, not on the list. So, all right. So now we're just going to kind of go in round robin. If you have some on your paper, just speak now or forever hold your Reese's Pieces.
I've got a few here. I'm not sure if this is 89 or if it slipped into the 90s, but Young Guns.
Young Guns, not on the list, no.
I must have been 90.
I think it might have been 90, and Young Guns 2, I think, probably sold more because of Blaze of Glory.
Okay. Did Purple Rain count?
Purple Rain was number 2 with over 25 million.
I only didn't give it because I wasn't sure if it was going to count as a soundtrack or not. I also have Fame.
Fame, number 6 on the list with over 7 million copies sold.
And
If we had done another round, Fame popped into my head when I said
Flashdance. Yeah.
Okay. Hold on, Jonathan. Before you do that, Rowan, Robear, Dani, did y'all have any other ones? And then we can go over to Jonathan.
No, I said Somebody's Day Off, and I cannot remember the first word of that.
Ferris Bueller.
Oh,
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Nope, not on the list. Yeah.
Both of mine wouldn't have made it.
All right. John Hughes written movie, by the way. So there you go. Okay, Rowan.
I had 2 huge concert ones. I'm afraid they're both in the 70s, but I know they were massive sellers. So I'm wondering if the concert one was either Frampton Comes Alive or Cheap Trick Live at Budokan.
Neither of those on the list. I know Peter Frampton's was in the 70s.
Cheap
So
Trick
show me the right,
probably
yeah.
was
Okay.
too.
The only the only other one I had was going concert wise, and I know that they sold a lot, was the Eagles.
Okay. Nope. Eagles not on the
That was
list.
like
I don't know if they had a
90s.
live album or not.
No, it was the 90s. They were all broken up the whole 80s.
Before we turn it over to Jonathan, anybody have any other answers? All right, Jonathan. What other ones did you have on your list?
Jewel of the Nile, maybe a Billy Ocean carried soundtrack.
Yeah, Get Out. Wait, no, actually not on the list, but it was talked about on the show.
How about, I also wanted to try Xanadu and Arthur.
Neither of them on the list.
Ooh.
I was Xanadu was 79, by the way, because heavily talked about on the show.
Because I know it was a more popular soundtrack than it was a movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was Christopher Cross's time too.
Was Grease in the 80s?
78. 78. So,
all right, I'm out.
Jonathan. Okay. So I don't remember anybody saying this one. Number 5 with over 9 million copies, Footloose. Footloose.
I was trying to think of it and I couldn't. I was like, it's in my head. I'm like, there's a Kevin Bacon movie. Is that Flashdance? I just say Flashdance.
There's like the 3 dance performance movies that all start with F and all came out in the 80s.
What was the third? Flashdance, Footloose, and what was the other one?
Fame.
Oh, Fame. I'm an idiot. I'm staring at it right here. Okay. Number 7, The Big Chill with over 6 million copies.
Okay.
Number 9, La Bamba with over with 4 million copies sold.
Sure.
Yeah.
Number 12, The Blues Brothers, 1980, with over 1 million copies sold.
I had that, and I was like, no, that's the 70s. I won't bother.
Oh, it's right
It
there.
If we had been a team, I do have that movie pegged in 1980. So
there you go. Number 13, Cocktail with 1.2 million.
Oh, it had Kokomo.
Kokomo, yep,
Kokomo.
exactly. And also, Don't Worry, Be Happy was on there too.
Oh, is Risky Business on this list?
Risky Business is not on this list. No. The number 15 was The Band with almost 2 million copies sold. Was Rattle and Hum by U2. That was the concert soundtrack. Was U2 Rattle and Hum, powered by Desire. So anyway, hopefully you guys feeling a little warm. Everybody got at least one answer right. So that was your warming up Chris question of the episode.
All right. Thank you very much, Chris. That was a good job. Guys, we are going into episode number 584. That means we are on the main feed. Hello, everybody. Glad that you could join us today. If you are interested in getting more Trivial Warfare, be sure to go to trivialwarfarearmy.com and sign up as a sergeant or higher, and you'll get access to our archives. This is really meaningful for me now. It's always been meaningful, but extra meaningful. I made a big announcement earlier just this last weekend about going full-time with Oaks Media Group and Trivial Warfare. And so if you've been on the fence about being a patron, whether or not it's worth it or not, I'll tell you this, it's worth it to me to have you as a patron. So I'm trying to do my best to give you everything that you could desire from this. And
it was a phenomenal announcement. I had several people in the Army reach out to me and said, did you know about this? Jonathan did a great job. So,
oh, thank you. So that's trivialwarfarearmy.com. And I think that's the only announcement that I need to make tonight. So I want to tell you that today's game is going to be Rowan and Dani versus Jonathan and Robear. Chris is hosting, and it's time to play the game.
Players. Oh, yeah. Y'all know what time it is. This is Mr. Literature himself, cordially inviting you to the game. This is 6 rounds of trivia goodness, 3 questions per round. Every right answer gets you 10 points. In the middle, we'll take a pause for the cause and ask a midpoint question worth up to 20 juicy points. After round 6, you can wager any or all those points you've been building up and take a shot at the final round. It's a series of theme-based questions we call the Gauntlet. It's just that easy, baby. But this game ain't gonna play itself, players. Let's get it on.
Players! All right, everybody. So Robear and Jonathan are going to be known as Row Oaks.
Wait a minute. We gave you a team
we
name.
said a name.
Did you give me a team name? I did not see
Ebony
it.
and
I'm sorry.
Ivory.
Yes, put together in perfect harmony.
Man,
Come
don't
on,
even
Meow.
ask for a team name if you're not
I'm
going to use them.
sorry.
Jeez.
I am so sorry. Okay, it threw me off that we had a change in lineup. You're right.
Next time we play together, we're just going to be black and white. But this time we were being classy.
Right.
We're going after song titles.
All right, I failed you guys.
He's black.
That's okay.
I'm white.
All right.
I just watched that video like 2 days ago for the first time in so many years.
Rough.
It was I don't know what I was watching.
We'll
It's
do a green
rough.
screen and we'll just like morph into each other. It'll be
I love
amazing.
that idea.
So Rowan and Dani, you're going to be Rodan. So.
I thought we would just be Casper because, well, Ebony and Ivory and White Lady.
Well, I'm not going there, but that's all right. But Rodan is y'all's team name. So there you go. Okay. And it's going to be a lot of fun for me to say. All right. So here we go. Round 1, question 1. We go to sports ball.
Sports.
All right.
Ball.
Okay.
All right. Your question is this. This Brazilian football legend, widely considered one of the greatest players of all time, won the FIFA World Cup 3 times in 1958, 1962, and 1970. The only player in history to do so. Born Edson Arantes do Nascimento, he scored over 1,000 career goals in official matches. By which nickname is he universally known as?
All right, we're locked in.
Darn, you beat me to it. Sorry.
We were just about to lock in behind you.
I was waiting for Robear. I was locked in after the first couple of words.
All right. So Rodan, you can talk it out.
Yeah, it was pretty quick, and Dani was like Pele, and you said Do Nascimento, and I know that's his birth name, so we're on Pele.
All right. So we got Pele, Ebony and Ivory.
As soon as you said Brazil, it's like, okay, give me the year. 1950. All right, 1950 anything. Brazil, it's Pele. We can move on. So we don't know the name, but we knew the year. We said Pele.
All right. And yes, of course, your correct answer is, in fact, Pele. Well done, both teams. Oh, that stinks. I typed it in the chat and it did not send. So that's a bummerito, but that's okay. Well done, both teams. You guys shaking off, getting a little warm. Let's go into question number 2 in round number 1. We go into science.
Science.
All right.
They said.
Science. Okay. In 1928, Scottish bacteriologist Alexander Fleming observed a mold that had contaminated one of his petri dishes and was killing the surrounding bacteria. The mold produced a substance that would go on to revolutionize medicine and save hundreds of millions of lives. What was the name of the antibiotic Fleming discovered?
We're locked in. Ooh, 3-2-1.
Would you like to have a 3-2-1?
We would.
Sure.
Yep.
All
Let's
right.
3-2-1 it.
All right. On 3, on 2, on 1.
Penicillin.
Penicillin is absolutely correct. Well done, both teams. Your final question in round number 1 is in music.
Music.
I love you guys. All right. Question is this. This Bohemian-born composer who lived from 1756 to 1791 composed over 600 works, including 41 symphonies, 27 piano concertos, and the operas Don Giovanni and the Magic Flute, all before dying at the age of 35. By what name is he universally known as?
Meow meow.
Oh, okay. We got a little meow and we got a little meow meow.
No, that's what that's what he's known by. No, I'm kidding. Well, we're locked in for sure.
Okay. They are locked in for sure. So Rodan, talk it out.
No, Rowan. Sorry, Rowan. You're right. Yeah, I forgot who wrote the Magic Flute. It's definitely Mozart.
Yeah, no, I know he did Don Giovanni. I know he did the Magic Flute. I know he died in 1791. So
you had a lot more information than I did, and I I mixed up Vivaldi and Mozart. I'm with you. It's Mozart.
Oh, then I'm glad we're on the same page. We'll lock in with Mozart.
Ebony and Ivory.
I was just waiting to see if you were going to say 2 operas. You got a lot of information. It's like, okay, well, we can't pin it down from that. Okay, can't pin it down from that. It's like, but if he gives us a couple of operas, then we know who it is. And you gave us the operas, so we locked in with Mozart.
All right. Yes, your correct answer is he was known as Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. By the way, not his born given name. Did not realize that until I was doing some research on this.
What's his given name?
I knew you were going to ask that question. Please hold for half a moment while I pull that up because I was a moron. And
you brought up the interesting fact and didn't write it down to share.
Look, you hire me for my personality, not because of my intellect. All right, so leave me alone. All right, now I remember why I didn't do this, and I told myself not to because I probably cannot pronounce his name. So I'm posting it in the chat if somebody would like to try it out.
Johannes Chrysostomus Wolfgangus Theophilus Mozart.
There you go.
Yeah.
Chrysostomus.
Yeah, it's a lot of name.
He could have gone by Chris. He could have been Chris Mozart.
That's true. Oh, yeah, Red October said his given name was Bob.
Well, yeah, Red October gave him that name, so it's his given name.
Yeah, fair enough. After round 1, we have a tied game. Ebony and Ivory and Rodan both have 30.
Nice.
We ready for round 2?
Yes, sir.
Go.
Okay, let's do this thing. So your question is this. This ancient wonder of the world was a massive statue that, according to ancient accounts, stood approximately 108 feet tall and was erected at the entrance to the harbor of a Greek island around 280 BC. It stood for only 54 years before being toppled by an earthquake. What was the name of this statue?
Meow meow.
Ooh, that was like a soulful meow meow too.
I'm just double checking Robear, make sure he's good.
Oh, okay. You prematurely meow meow.
No, it's meow meows for me, but I don't want to lock in without him being able to say he's okay. All right, now we're locked in.
Okay, they're locked in. So, Rodan, you can talk about it.
I'm going to go with you on this one. I've seen pictures of it. I do not remember what it is called.
All right, I know there's a couple of wonders of the world that are statues or statuesque, but you spot that it's massive. You spot that it's the entrance of a harbor of a Greek island. Rhodes is a Greek island. A colossus is massive. I'm not 100% that that's the one toppled by an earthquake, but there's, massive island. We're going to go with the Colossus of Rhodes. Locked in.
So the Colossus of Rhodes is what Rodan said. So Ebony and Ivory, what is she thinking?
Sarah's going to Greece for a couple of weeks, starting next week, next Wednesday or Thursday or so. She's doing a teaching thing with students and whatnot. And she mentioned to me just 2 days ago, she's like, yeah, we're going to go to, she's naming the place she's going to go. She said, we're going to Rhodes. And I'm immediately like, well, we need to talk about the Colossus now because I don't know if you know about it. And so, yeah, we had a conversation about the Colossus of Rhodes, which is definitely the answer to this question.
And hence why you had the soulful meow meow. Because
Colossus doesn't talk high. Colossus talks low.
Meow.
He talks low.
Your correct answer is, in fact, the Colossus of Rhodes. Well done. Question 2 in round 2. This actually is brought to you by Bryson McCain. So thank you, Bryson.
Thanks, Bryson.
Thank you, Bryson.
Yeah, I've actually had some really awesome folks reach out and send some questions. I really tried to put a few in this episode because since I haven't hosted in a while, I wanted to make sure I got some representation on here. So thanks again, Bryson. Appreciate it.
We've had some great folks submitting questions lately, and we really appreciate it. You guys are doing a fantastic job with that.
All right. The category is These Birds Know How to Party. Your question is this. What is the largest bird native to North America by wingspan?
Okay. I believe we're locking in.
I need you guys to be able...
Oh, you need us to be more specific?
That's correct. Yes, sir.
Okay. How about this?
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. We're still locked in. You guys can talk.
All right. We are picking apart birds. We both had the same gut instinct, but we're kind of wandering around the continent just to make sure. I still love your darn you autocorrect. Condolences?
Yeah, condolences. I was like, I've never heard of that bird before.
I mean, there were
autocorrect.
certainly condolences for condors at one point, given that, the California condors were pretty much endangered when I was a kid, although I think they've kind of made a comeback. But yeah, I like that you're sorting through your deadliest catch knowledge, because that's not knowledge that I have.
I have a surprising amount of useless deadliest catch knowledge, but there are some bigger birds up there. But the condor is bigger.
Yeah.
So.
No, I think we both had the gut instinct of condor, and probably want to specify California because there are also Andean condors that are not native to North America. They are native to the Andes. So, do you want to lock in with California condor?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go.
Okay. And Ebony and Ivory, what were y'all thinking?
I knew that the California condor, I'm very sure that California condor has the largest wingspan. I don't understand the category clue, but I know the condor has the biggest wingspan. So we said the California condor.
Okay. There's a little song by Tupac and Dr. Dre called California Love. And in the song, they say California, they love to party.
Knows how to party. Sure.
Your correct answer is the California condor.
Yes!
There we go.
Hey!
Your final question in round number 2. Let's do food.
Food.
Okay, your question is this. This Italian rice dish is made by slowly cooking short grain, barrio or camaroli rice in broth while stirring continuously, gradually adding liquid so that the starches release and create a rich, creamy consistency. It is a staple of northern Italian cuisine, particularly from the Lombardy and Veneto regions. What is the name of this dish? All right. I'm guessing that means Rodan is locked in.
Yes, we are.
Sweet.
Okay.
Robear, do you know?
Yeah. Not at the moment, no.
Okay. I feel pretty confident that I do, but I've been answering early in every question so far, and so I've hold on, let me pull back a little bit here.
Okay. Yeah, and of course, being married to an Italian. Sorry, Dina. I'm so sorry.
The key to me comes from watching Hell's Kitchen back in the day. And the question specifically says gradually adding liquid. That's going to be risotto.
Risotto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can't just it can't just boil in liquid. You've got to pour it in little bits at a time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. We're going to say risotto.
All right. They said risotto. Rodan, you guys locked in super quick. What were y'all thinking?
I had it as soon as you said what kind of rice is used. I have two lovely but incredibly bougie children whose favorite food is duck and mushroom risotto.
Oh, no. Oh, no. This cannot be tolerated. You're going to be broke by the time they're 13. How old are they?
Oh, they get it once a year. They are almost 8 and 10.
Okay.
We make duck about once a year. I'm checked by background, so we do a big duck and dumplings and sweet cabbage, and this huge meal. And then I take the leftover meat from the carcass and I make duck and mushroom risotto out of it.
Wow!
Once a year for my children.
Wow, your bougie children.
For my incredibly bougie children.
By the way, if that's not a trivia team name somewhere down the line for you, I don't know what is.
My bougie children?
Yes, or my incredibly bougie children. Yeah,
I like that.
Anyways, we went with risotto.
Maybe they just like the tradition of it. They love that this was the thing that they get after this one thing that happens. Then they get the risotto, and they probably love that.
No, they made it like they had it for the first time, and they were like 2 and 4, and that was the first food they ever just devoured without like that wasn't like a hot dog. That like they didn't ask any questions. It didn't matter there was mushrooms in it; it just disappeared off the plate.
Wow,
that's cool.
Man. All right. Well,
I'm getting
everybody,
so hungry now with you talking about this because this sounds incredible.
Mm-hmm. Party at Danny's house.
You're
You're invited anytime.
Yay.
To Toronto.
No, I live in Ottawa now.
Ottawa.
Oh, that's right. Ottawa.
That's Ottawa.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, we say the T's in Ottawa.
Oh, you do? This is just arbitrary, I see.
It is a double standard.
You pronounce one of the T's in Ottawa, but not both of them.
Not both. There are certain levels of bourgeoisie that is going on here that I don't understand.
There's another trivia team named Canadian Bourgeoisie.
I like that.
All right.
Oh, the bourgeoisie.
Le Bougie Canadien.
Mm.
Get it,
Correct
Chris.
answer is risotto.
There you go.
All right. I didn't want to interrupt you guys, but we got to keep going. All right. After 2 rounds, the score is still 60-60. Both teams in the lead. All right. All right, everybody. Here comes your question number 1 in round 3. And your category is in geography.
Geography.
There you go. The question is thus. This body of water located between the Arabian Peninsula and the Horn of Africa connects the Red Sea to the Gulf of Aden and the broader Indian Ocean. It is one of the most strategically important and heavily trafficked shipping lanes and has historically been a hotspot for piracy. What body of water is this?
All right, we're going to lock in.
Okay. So, Rodan, you have about 45 seconds.
Yeah, I wish I could keep my Middle Eastern straits straight, if you will. It's not the Strait of Hormuz. It's not the Strait of Hormuz. That's out by Iran. It's either the Bab el Mandeb or the Strait of Tiran, Tiran. You mentioned Captain Phillips, which I've never seen.
I mentioned it as maybe to help you because I saw it when it first came out. I haven't seen it since.
Yeah. Sorry, I wish I knew this. Like my gut is telling me that the Bab el Mandeb is closer to Egypt and this is going to be out towards like Somalia. So if you don't have any if you're okay with it, I kind of want to lock in with the Strait of Tiran.
I'm fine with that. Honestly, I couldn't give you an educated guess between the two of them. I would be completely flipping a coin.
All right, then we'll lock in with the Strait of Tiran.
I'm impressed that it just went to 0. So well done.
Timing.
All right.
That's my partner.
All right, Ebony and Ivory, what were y'all thinking?
So I had the most energy around this one. I like geography. Robear, it's like, yeah, I'm not really geography. I'm like, okay, cool. So let me just start talking. So the Red Sea is the big sea. If you imagine the globe and you see Saudi Arabia sticking down and then Africa is to its left, the Red Sea is the one there. And I knew the Gulf of Aden is in that area too. That's right there. The piracy from Somalia. I'm worried that we're talking about a bigger body of water, but we're talking about connecting two things. It's right there. We said the Suez Canal. We know it's one of the most heavily trafficked shipping lanes. We know it's in the area, but don't know exactly what it connects. But we said the Suez Canal.
All right. Well, one of the teams talked about this one, but it's 10 points to Flagler College on this one. It is the Bab el Mandeb Strait.
I've never even heard of it, Rowan. What is it?
It's one of the. It's a strait off the Red Sea. It's like near it's the strait. I was thinking of the strait kind of at the point of the Horn of Africa on the other side of the Red Sea from the Suez Canal, like by Somalia.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. Chris's difficulty in the third round jumped from 0 to 60, y'all. Whoa.
Oh, I am so sorry for messing up that coin flip.
It's further south. It's so Yeah, it's down by Yemen and Djibouti, as opposed to up north around Egypt. Okay, that's the new one to know right there.
I should have stuck with my original instinct.
All right. Question number 2 in round number 3 is by our friend David Abalafia. So thank you, David.
Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Thanks, David.
David.
The category name is Beneath Perfection. Long before it went into production, what 1990 action horror comedy film had the title Land Sharks? Ultimately, the producers had to dig up a new title because of the similarly, and I can never say that word, named Saturday Night Live sketch. The fact that there are not any sharks in the Nevada desert where the movie takes place was beside the point. Pardon my French.
I am in love with your answer, Robear. I had no way I was not close, and I fully agree with you. We are locked in.
They're locked in, so Rodan, you can talk it out loud.
Yeah, this is movies, and me and watching movies, not so much, although 1990 and desert and digging, I'm pretty sure Tremors came out in 1990, but I'm not sure how that ties in with Beneath Perfection, other than, it is in the ground, like the creepy worm critters or whatever are in the ground.
And the French part as well.
Yeah. Where the movie takes place was beside the point. Pardon my French. Yeah, like I said, I have, I feel like it at least tracks with, 1990 desert action horror comedy something or other, but I'm trying to think of anything else that might fit, but...
Yes, movie's a little bit... I was too young to be watching this movie at that time.
You're killing me, Dani. Killing me.
I was 5.
Yeah, I turned 8 in 1990, so I was watching...
Yeah, so we're almost the same age.
All right, you both suck, all right? Good God.
You think they suck just because they're younger than you are?
I was 19, Jonathan. Leave me alone.
Think of the children, Chris.
Think of the 40-year-old children.
If it makes you feel any better, Chris, I was getting ready to start high school.
Okay, I feel a little bit better. Thank you, Robert.
Okay, just trying to help. Just trying to help.
You did a great job, my friend.
Thanks. I do what I can.
Okay, so Rodan, we still need an answer, though. And you have about 30 seconds. 30.
If Tremors is saying something to you, I have absolutely nothing. So
Tremors is the only guess I have, and I think the year is right. So we'll lock in with Tremors.
All right, they locked in with Tremors. Ebony and Ivory, I believe.
Did you say they locked in with Trevor's?
Trevor, yeah.
I heard Trevor's.
No, not Trevor's.
Hi, Trevor.
The sequel to Tremors. Trevor's.
They locked in with Trevor Lawrence. Anyway, Ebony and Ivory, I believe Robear had some thunder on this one.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I think it was just pretty much everything, the clues that you threw out there. It's 1990. It's action horror. The digging up. It's in Nevada. I'm like, what else is there going to be rolling around in the dirt other than that one annoying Disney movie Holes? It pretty much led me to one franchise to which I still cannot believe that there were 7 of these, which makes sense because then at the very end, you would actually have 6 degrees to Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
What I believe your correct answer is in fact Tremors.
All right, so just to let you know about the category name, the small
is
town.
Perfection the name of the town?
The town is Perfection, Nevada.
Yeah.
And your correct answer is, in fact, both teams got it right. It is Tremors. Well done. Like I said, that was a classic David Abalafia question. All right, well done. Everybody got that one right. So let's go into round 3, question 3, which everybody should know is a Tribon question. Specifically,
Good.
Specifically, a baseball tribond.
Not good.
And the question, I am going to give you 3 baseball player names, and I want you to tell me what the common factor with all 3 players are.
They played baseball. I win.
Yeah,
Yay!
can't argue with that kind of logic.
I already gave you that part. It's something else. Anyway, the 3 players are Ty Cobb, Babe Ruth, Honus Wagner.
You gotta pin these down a little better because all played baseball is correct. All dead also correct.
I said baseball in the question. That means that's eliminated.
Yeah, but they can't play baseball anymore.
Yeah, all right. We'll give our answer.
I know.
Or we'll figure out our answer.
We are locked in.
Okay, they're locked in.
All right. So, Robear, a long, long time ago, there was an episode way back in the days when we were in my apartment where we were naming the members of the first class of the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
And I memorized that for years, and now I've forgotten it again. I know it's Babe Ruth, Christian Mathewson, Honus Wagner are all in the first class. I'm a little bit worried that Ty Cobb might have been held out into the second class because he was such a tool bag.
Yeah, just him by himself, just like maybe it's like, well, they weren't all racist, so we can't put that in a tribond.
Right, but I mean, Ruth, Mathewson, Wagner, I think maybe Walter Johnson and Ty Cobb are the ones that I think of. Cy Young maybe as well, but
yeah.
That's my instinct right now is they were all members of the first Hall of Fame class. So I don't see anything in common with them from a where did they play perspective. I don't think that they were all player managers, even though that's not impossible. My best answer right now is still first Hall of Fame class.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm fine with going with that, with basically just like, you know, the first group to go into the Hall of Fame. I mean, it's a shot. I mean, other than, well, I mean, hell, I don't really have anything else.
Yeah, it's kind of a guess. Chris wants us to stop talking. He's gesticulating wildly. We're going to say they were all members of the first Hall of Fame class in Major League Baseball.
Okay. And Rodan, what are you thinking?
I saw that list of names and I had a big old gut instinct that they were first class baseball Hall of Famers. It just came up in some other trivia league I play yesterday, I think, that Ty Cobb was. I was sure Honus Wagner was. Babe Ruth was the one I was a little fuzzy on, but I mean, come on, he's Babe Ruth. So we also locked in with the first class of Baseball Hall of Fame inductees.
Rowan, I feel like he might have, I know he's in the first class, and it might have been while he was still playing.
I don't think he was still playing, but I think he was still alive.
For sure.
All right, so the other 2 names that were not on the list were Christy Mathewson and Walter Johnson. Yes, these were, in fact, members of the very first Baseball Hall of Fame class or Major League Baseball Hall of Fame class. So well done, teams, on that one. Ty Cobb, by the way, received the highest percentage of votes out of the 5, 98.2%, 222 out of 226 baseball writer votes, who had no problem with racism back then. So there you go. All right, after 3 rounds, we got a very good game. It is both teams got 80 to 80. We're still all tied up. Only one question missed. And I totally blame myself because I'm the question writer, so you should have booed me. At least that's what I tell people. Thank you. See, now I feel better. That's what I tell my live trivia crowds. If you get the question wrong, it's not your fault. It's my fault, and you should boo me.
What?
So, all right, let's go.
Chris is the opposite of what you would expect in that regard.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing, Jonathan?
I'm not saying it's a good or a bad thing. I'm just saying that it's the opposite of what you would expect from somebody in that regard.
Depends on the vibe you're trying to cultivate at your trivia night. The trivia night I usually play at 8 o'clock on Tuesdays has been going on for 21 years, has a well-earned reputation for being the toughest quiz in town, and they really do like running us around in circles.
Fair enough. All right, everybody, let's go into your midpoint. Your midpoint category is current events. And your question is this. For 5 points each, I want you to name the 4 astronauts that flew around the moon in the Artemis 2 mission earlier this year. The year being 2026, if you listen to this later on.
We're locked in.
Robear.
Yeah.
I don't have any of these. I'm not a current events person. It sounds like you don't have any of these either.
Not a damn one.
Well, then I suggest we save time and go with Johnson, Williams, Jones, and Smith.
It sounds like a very prestigious law office. I'm for it.
All right. Those are our answers.
Okay, for the record, real quick, Robear, I thought the exact same thing when I saw y'all's answers. I was like, that's a good law firm. I'll have to remember that. All right, so Rodan, you guys seem to center in on things a little bit quicker than the men did. What were you thinking?
Oh, we were fast.
Yes, you were very fast. That's true. I'm so sorry. That was rude of me.
Wait a minute. That's not what we want to be either. Just saying. Anyway.
I mean, there was a really cute gray horse a few years ago named Fast and Accurate, which I think is what everyone wants to be.
Rodan, get me out of this, please.
All right. I'm not a big space person, but maybe that would have been different had my first exposure been, Artemis and not like the Challenger explosion, because I got really into this Artemis mission. Wiseman was the commander. Glover was the pilot. Cook, spelled Koch, and Hansen were the mission specialists.
So your correct answers were Reed Weissman was the commander. Victor Glover was the pilot. Christina Hammock-Koch was the mission specialist, and Jeremy Hansen was the mission specialist. So Rodan ran the tables on that bad boy.
So good. And
so good.
I said to Robert, super valid question. It's just not one I can answer, but I think it's a great question to ask.
Oh, you said you're not a current events person. I'm very much a current events person. I got very sick of dropping points on like Learned League, OQL, what have you, on current events questions. So starting kind of late 2021, early 2022, I threw myself into studying current events, and it's still a huge portion of my trivia studying routine is making and studying current events cards.
Mad respect on that one.
I've just accepted that I'm going to be bad at it because I don't want to know all this stuff. It's usually bad, and I hate that, so I'm out.
Oh, it's depressing and exhausting sometimes, and sometimes I'm like, Rowan, why do you do it?
Yep.
And then questions like this come up, and I'm like, I remember why I do it.
Because Hansen was on board, it was a huge deal here. So it was just, you couldn't escape it. It was just constantly in my feed on the news. It was everything.
It was like bops everywhere.
Oh, yes.
Damn it. I knew that was going to happen. I was letting it go, and it happened anyway.
It happened anyway.
Love it.
After midpoint, man, going into round number 4, we finally have some separation. Rodan with 100. Ebony and Ivory with 80. Everybody, it is round 4. It is question number 1. You know what that means. It is time for Chris Destroys a Hit. Yay! All right. So I want you to name this 1983 song that spent 5 weeks at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts by the following lyrics. For 2 bonus points, I want you to name the artist of this song. All right, here we go. You know I can't afford to buy her pearls, but maybe someday when my ship comes in, she'll understand what kind of guy I've been. And then I'll win.
Well done. That was quite good, Chris.
That was awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm trying my best. All right. Anyway, so the lyrics are, you know, I can't afford to buy her pearls, but maybe someday when my ship comes in, she'll understand what kind of guy I've been, and then I'll win. So again, I want you to name the song, and for 2 bonus points, the artist. Good luck.
Chris, we're going to lock in.
Okay, they're locked in. Rodan, talk it out. You have about 2 minutes, so you got some time.
I think the song is called "I'm on My Way."
That title does not ring a bell to me. I'm so weak on 80s stuff.
I'm on my way. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I'm 95% sure that's right, and I don't know if that's the right name of the song, but I'm pretty sure that's the song.
Yeah, I'm struggling even to place that song. So now I'm like wondering if I'm getting this song confused with a complete other song that references buying someone pearls. But obviously, like someday when my ship comes in, like I'm on my way, obviously makes sense. None of this is sounding familiar to me.
I got that stuck in my head now and I can't get it out. I want to say the Proclaimers.
Yeah, I mean, were they running 80? I mean, I guess they were. They'd been around a while before the I would walk 500 miles thing. Do you know the tune to like the lyrics that are on the screen?
I'm trying to I've got them in my head, but the brain to the mouth thing isn't working.
No, that's fair. I'm happy to go with whatever you've got.
Let's say "On My Way." Do you want to try the Proclaimers for the bonus?
Nothing to lose to guess. Let's put that in.
Let's do that.
Okay. All right.
So, Robear, I would like to sing these lyrics in their tune and then talk about it.
Was I completely totally wrong?
I mean, you'll see in a sec, I guess. This was devious by Chris because I think he started in the middle of a verse. Like these are the last lines of a verse and not the first lines of a verse.
It's like the next line before the title of the song.
Well, before the whoa-oh-ohs, right? So it's like, I can't afford to buy her pearls, but maybe someday when my ship comes in, she'll understand what kind of guy I've been. And then I'll win. Oh, it is Uptown Girl by Billy Joel.
Oh,
I was suggesting, I'm like, maybe Journey, maybe Springsteen. And Robear says Billy Joel, ? But I start putting my fingers on the keyboard to say, no, I know Billy Joel really well. I'm pretty sure this isn't him. And then I didn't type that because I started really thinking of like, it does kind of, and then I'll win. That does sound like Billy Joel. And then 5 seconds later, we're both like, Uptown Girl. Yeah, all right. That was our answer.
That was the song I was trying to dredge out of my head.
Rowan, you said it in the chat. You said it in the chat. You were like, I know when a ship comes in is like hitting you. It's hitting you hard. And I was like, okay, they're going to get it. They're going to absolutely get it. And unfortunately, your correct answer, or at least for Rodan, is Uptown Girl by Billy Joel. Ebony and Ivory make some leeway. Doesn't just get 10 points. They get 12 points for that bad boy. All right.
Brigade!
Bonus Brigade!
That's right. Oh, yeah, we totally did not shout out the bonus brigade.
Just did.
All right. Question number 2 in round 4 is in world history.
History.
And your question is thus. On June 28th, 1914, the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria and his wife Sophie in Sarajevo by Bosnian Serb nationalist Gavrilo Princip, which I can never pronounce his first name. My apologies to him, but he's dead, so that's okay. Set off a chain of events that drew the major European powers into a devastating global conflict known as World War I. The Archduke was the heir presumptive to which empire's throne?
Meow meow.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Meow.
We're locked in.
All right.
I would hope so after a meow meow.
Robear, I think this is Austria-Hungary. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like Austro-Hungary or whatever, but I think it's Austria-Hungary because the other side of it is the Byzantine Empire that was on there. Not the Byzantine. What am I saying? The Ottoman Turks. Something doesn't feel right though, because Austria-Hungary, Turks would be Turkey. Yeah, I think it's Austria-Hungary.
Yeah, I got nothing. All I got is like, just take me out. So it's not where I'm supposed to be. So I'm good.
Gavrilo Princip did take him out.
Oh no!
I just want to ask: was it to the ball game, Robear?
Yeah. So we're gonna say Austria-Hungary.
Okay, and Rodan, what are you thinking?
Archduke Franz Ferdinand was the heir presumptive to, if you want to use the noun, Austria-Hungary. If you want to use the adjectival form, the Austro-Hungarian Empire. We locked in with Austria-Hungary as well.
Wow. Rowan Ward is a freaking trivia giant. He just blasted everything I was about to say. Austro-Hungarian Empire, Austrian and Hungary Empire. I'm just hungry. That's your correct answer. Well done, both teams. Wow.
Yay!
Dang. So question 3 in round number 4. Your question is actually by Jake Tomlin. So thank you, Jake. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Jake.
Thank you, Jake.
Thanks, Jake.
And the category is, that tour took 180 minutes?
Hold on. I'm pretty sure we're gonna Sherlock something.
Okay.
All right, we're locked. We are sure locked in.
So one Sherlock, one non-Sherlock. Got it. Okay, the question is this for that tour took 180 minutes. One of Apple TV's newest shows is Pluribus, starring Rhea Seehorn. Pluribus was created by what man who had also found some success in 2 TV series set in a city known as the hot air balloon capital of the world?
Yeah, we're gonna lock in.
Okay, they're locked in.
Okay, it said created by what man who had already found success set in the city. The hot air ballooning capital of the world is Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Okay, that's where I saw it.
New Mexico leads me to Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, and I know the same guy did Pluribus. I know his last name is Gilligan, which fits with the 3-hour tour, if you will. His first name is like Vince or Vance or something. I'm a little fuzzy on his first name, but I do know his last name is Gilligan, and it fits the theme.
All right, let's go Gilligan.
Locking in with Gilligan.
Ebony and Ivory, what's going on with y'all's thinking?
As a matter of fact, our Sherlock was Gilligan's Island. Which, honestly, it was a choice between Gilligan's Island and the Minnow. We were just that close. But yeah,
that much.
Robear, this was
Love
yours.
that show. Yeah, pretty much once you said Pluribus, that immediately sent me to Mr. Gilligan. I believe his first name is Vince, but we locked in with Gilligan because those 2 series. I wasn't even aware that was a hot air ballooning capital of the world, but that just sent me to Breaking Bad. So I'm like, that's Mr. Gilligan. So we locked in with Gilligan.
Okay. Just to let you guys know, I think his last name is pronounced Gillian, as a matter of fact, but it's spelled Gilligan. Your correct answer, both teams got it right. Vince Gillian. Well done.
All right. Thanks, Toronto.
Yep.
Okay, guys, so y'all got to know that at the very beginning of the recording, before we started recording, Dani pointed out that she gave me a hard time on another show recently because I say Toronto. And apparently, they like to say Toronto without the second T. So all of the jokes about letters being added or dropped, those are all because of that.
All right. And after 4 rounds, everybody, we got a much closer game now. Rodan with 120. Ebony and Ivory with 112. So
good game.
Fantastic game. You guys are doing awesome. All right. Your round 5 and question, or your round 5 question 1. The category is in geography.
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 Yes. And your question is thus. This African country, the largest on the continent by land area, gained independence from France in 1962 after a brutal 8-year war. Its capital is Algiers, and the vast majority of its territory is covered by the Sahara Desert. What country is this?
And you really got to not give the capital when you want this country. I'm sure we all have meow meows.
I wanted a meow meow in round 5. That's why I gave it.
Don't give us the freaking capital, man. Do y'all want to 3-2-1 it? I'm assuming
we can 3-2-1 it.
Yeah.
3, a 2, a 1.
Algeria.
Algeria is, in fact, the correct answer. Well done, both teams.
Yeah, once you said largest country on the continent, I was all in, because once Sudan split into Sudan and South Sudan, Algeria inherited largest on the continent.
All right. Your question number 2 in round number 5 is actually written and brought to you by Mr. James Fibert. So thank you, James.
Thank you, James.
And actually, just real quick to give a shout out to our buddy Kit. Kit did a great upgrade to the question part of it that allows people to be able to sound out what your last name is or your first name to make sure that we pronounce it correctly. James, however, did not add that on there. So if I said your last name wrong, I'm very sorry about that. So anyway, James's category for you guys is before and after video games edition. All right. And your question is this. In this video game franchise, BJ Blazkowicz fights lycanthropy Nazis. He just knew I was going to mispronounce it. So again, in this video game franchise, BJ Blazkowicz fights lycanthropy Nazis.
All right, we're going to lock in. All
right, Rodan, you can talk it out.
All right. So as soon as you said fighting Nazis, I know this because it came. I have University of Chicago Scav Hunt on the brain because it's this coming weekend. There was I'd never heard of the game Wolfenstein, but there was an item one year, Wolfenstein and the Regenstein, which is the name of the University of Chicago library. And so someone built our library in the Wolfenstein level editor map. And it was while they were working on that I learned that Wolfenstein is a big, Nazi fighting computer game franchise. Now what's confusing me is, is this just going to be a word and a video game, or two video game franchises smashed together? Because I know a lycanthrope is a werewolf, and I can't think of a werewolf fighting game that ends in wolf. I'm a little fuzzy on computer games that aren't old Mario or Untitled Goose Game, but maybe it's just Werewolfenstein.
Honestly, if it doesn't go do 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 do, I'm out. So I'm leaning on you on this one. I really don't know. We go back to my amazing husband who does play these games, but I don't pay attention.
All right, then I think we are going to lock in with Werewolfenstein.
Sounds fantastic.
Okay. All right. Ebony and Ivory, what were you thinking?
Wolfenstein 3D was the first-person shooter I ever played, Robear.
I love the game. And
good memories of holding the space bar down and rubbing up against every wall, looking for secret doors.
I love the newer series which they came out with, and a shout out to definitely one of my new favorite video game voice actors, in being Deborah Wilson, which some might remember her from her Mad TV days, but her character portrayals in Wolfenstein and in the Star Wars series, just I would love to just meet her and just talk voiceover with her.
That's awesome.
But Wolfenstein, all of the games were really awesome, and I think that's pretty much where it led us with the lycanthrope. I was thinking going the wrong way, because I was thinking there was going to be another video game at the end.
Wolfensteinermath.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yes! I'm all in on that. Let's go.
I'm 141 and 2/3 chance of liking some Wolfensteinermath.
We said Werewolfenstein too.
All right, your correct answer is Werewolfensteinermath. So yes, absolutely.
Good enough.
Where Wolfenstein is your correct answer. Well done, both teams.
You want to get in the face of BJ Blazkowicz, then you better understand the chances you have. No.
Well done, Rowan.
Oh, so good. Oh, that was awesome. All right, well done, both teams. Here comes question 3 in round number 5, and it is in technology.
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 0-1.
That's the correct answer. How did you know?
Bitty.
That's right, Buck.
Technology are robots shaped like square people. Actually, the line is robots are technology shaped like square people. Sorry,
Wow.
strong bad.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Yes, so we're all trapped in Roblox. All right. So your question is this. This American computer scientist and businessman co-founded Apple Inc. alongside Steve Jobs and Ronald Wayne on April 1st, 1976. He designed and built the first commercial successful personal computer, the Apple I, largely by himself in his parents' garage in Los Altos, California. Who is this Apple co-founder?
We're locked in.
Okay. We were about to do the same. He named Jobs. Oh, excuse me. He named Jobs. I didn't know Ronald Wayne. The other person whose name I have next to Steve Jobs for Apple is Wozniak. So I mentioned that Robear. He says, yeah. All right, cool. We're going to say Wozniak.
Okay. And Rodan.
I think Ronald Wayne is the guy who gave back his interest for $800 or something hilariously small, given how much Apple is worth
and a Big Mac. You forgot the Big Mac. Yep.
Basically. But yeah, we were both immediately on Steve Wozniak.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you both teams are correct. It is the Woz, Steve Wozniak. Well done, both teams. All right. After 5 rounds, Rodan, 150. Ebony and Ivory, 142. We have 6 total questions left. 3 of them in round 6, 3 of them in a gauntlet. Let's find out who wins this bad boy. We're going into round 6, and your category is in art.
All right, here we go.
Your question is this. This monumental 1937 oil painting by Pablo Picasso was created in response to the Nazi Germany and fascist Italian aerial bombing of the Basque city of the same name in the Spanish Civil War. It measures roughly 11 feet tall by 25 feet wide and is housed at the Museo Ria Sofia in Madrid. What is the title of this painting? You guys can lighten up the chat before I even finish asking the question.
we can lock in for sure.
Okay.
Well, all I have to say on this one is meow meow.
Shall we do an art 3, 2, 1?
I'd be happy to.
Sounds gorgeous.
A 3, a 2, a 1.
Guernica.
Guernica is the correct answer. Well done, both teams. I tell you what, I just learned about this. I had no idea about it.
We had a print of this in a stairwell in my high school when I was in the 8th grade. I
learned about it in high school Spanish.
Yeah, it's a good 17 or 18 feet wide in this stairwell. It took up the whole thing. So I became very familiar with it at an early age.
Wow. Your high school was way better than Orange Park High School. Just saying. Question 2 in round number 6. Your question was by Tracy Shahan Snelson. So thank you very much, Tracy. Appreciate it. Shahan. Yeah, Shahan. Excuse me, Shahan Snelson. So thank you. All right, and the category. Thank you, Jonathan. And your category. Thank you, Bob. And your category name is diseases. The question is this. This virus is the most widely known member of the Lyssa virus genus of RNA viruses named for Lyssa, the minor Greek goddess of rage and fury. In humans, the virus eventually spreads to the central nervous system and is almost always fatal once clinical symptoms of the infection appear.
You saying Tracy has a thing for fatal diseases there, Robear?
Yes.
Apparently she sent one to him that he used not long ago too.
We're locked in.
Yeah, Robear, So we're probably going to say rabies, but we're still thinking about what else.
I like your last answer, Jonathan. That was pretty good.
Oh, thank you so much. Robear said, what other virus would send people into a fit? And I said, demonic possession.
I said your mom wears socks that smell.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's the name isn't familiar to me. I don't know any of the RNA viruses, or I don't know that that's what they're called.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, hold on. mRNA, is that the name of a vaccine that we get early on, mRNA? Or is that something else?
That's something else.
Measles, mumps, and rubella is MMR. That's probably what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah, RNA viruses. The mRNA is a thing, I think. But I'm not there. My brain isn't going there.
Yeah. I mean, other thing I keep thinking of, with Rage and Fury, it's sending me, it's giving me Last of Us vibes, which, that basically is a virus that's found in ants. It's not even in humans.
It's a fungus, actually. It's the cordyceps mushroom.
Yeah. I love that in my it's good in my coffee. Yeah, I'm good with rabies, and I don't have anything else to go outside of that.
All right, Robear supports rabies. We're going to say rabies.
I mean, I don't support rabies.
You said you're good with it.
Brought to you by the foundation that supports rabies.
Okay. All right, Rodan, what were you all thinking?
Well, I've never heard of Lisa virus, but I did immediately think of rabies because, rabid animals look mad, rage. And I know in humans, that's why you have to get your rabies shots as soon as you're bitten by an animal, because if you get it as soon as you're bitten, then the symptoms haven't kicked in yet and you're going to live. But as soon as you start having rabies symptoms, unless you're like one of maybe 5 people, you're going to die.
Yeah, it's awful.
So, yeah, if you're bit by an animal, do not screw around. Get your butt to the hospital, get your rabies shots, don't die.
For sure.
We went with rabies, and RNA, there's a connection between RNA and vaccines, but messenger RNA is the technology that they used for making the COVID vaccine, and I know they're working on other mRNA vaccines as well. So yeah, that totally ties into vaccines.
All right, your correct answer is in fact rabies. Well done.
All right.
Your final question in the round, going before the gauntlet. Your category is in world history. And your question is this: the scramble for Africa resulted in nearly the entire continent being colonialized by European powers by 1914. I want you to name one of the African nations that managed to retain their independence throughout this period. For 2 bonus points, I want you to name them both.
We are locked in.
Yeah, so Robert, the reason I'm struggling with it obviously is that I know the northern countries definitely would have been affected, right? I don't know if Egypt, to say that Egypt got colonized would be super weird because they're one of the longest existing countries that we can go back historically to the beginning of time with. So it's hard. It feels like it's going to be super weird if Egypt was colonized, considering that they were more advanced and a longer, have been around since before the country's doing the colonizing.
Right.
So I struggle with that. Ethiopia seems like another one that has a long history. Those are the ones that I'm leaning towards.
Okay.
We know most of the coastal ones are going to be colonized.
Right.
And you haven't heard of this at all either?
I've never heard of this.
Okay.
This is definitely something I'm going to be taking a look at to piss off my teams here.
I'm super wondering about how many of the countries are just totally new since then. Mauritania or those, there's like countries with nothing in them, just Sahara. So I'm just straight guessing Egypt and Ethiopia are probably my best guesses.
Yeah. I'm good with that because, I mean, honestly, it's like in my head, I'm like, well, England freaking invaded 92% of this freaking world. So, I mean, it's like, what didn't they invade? So it's like, you just kind of take your pick. So I'm good with those.
Okay. We'll say Egypt and Ethiopia.
Okay. All right. Rodan, what were y'all thinking?
All right, so there are a lot of African countries that are named after civilizations, but the currently existing political entity doesn't have like a straight and uncolonized through line. And like sometimes it's not even the same what the country is called now. Like the old Benin civilization was in what is now Nigeria, for example. But the two who successfully remained uncolonized during the scramble for Africa, there was Ethiopia, who successfully told the Italians to pound sand. Italy did not successfully take over Ethiopia. And then there was Liberia, which was started as a colony itself before the scramble for Africa began, with people who were freed from slavery and going back to Africa. And Liberia was never taken over by an outside colonial power during the scramble. So it's Ethiopia and Liberia.
Rowan did all my flavor text, so your correct answer is in fact Ethiopia and Liberia.
Hey, we got one of them, Robear.
Yeah, we got
Yay!
one.
Yeah, and and those listening in the notes on the we'll have the link that I got this information on. So, all right, after 6 rounds, a phenomenal game. Rodan slightly has the lead with 182. Ebby and Ivory with 172. Your gauntlet category for tonight's episode or today's episode, Mother's Day is coming up in a couple days, and my mom passed away 10 years ago, so she's been on my mind quite a bit lately. So the gauntlet category is in honor of her. The category is Fleetwood Mac, which was her favorite band. So Fleetwood Mac.
Okay, our wager is locked in.
All right, we're locked in.
Okay. So your first question in the Fleetwood Mac gauntlet is, this chemical element with atomic number 79 and the symbol Au derived from the Latin word aurum is a dense, soft, and highly malleable metal that does not rust or tarnish. It has been used as currency in jewelry for thousands of years, remains the world's most valuable commodity. What element is it?
We're locked in.
Our answer is locked in.
All right, your question number 2 in the Fleetwood Mac gauntlet is, in Norse mythology, this is the name of the apocalyptic event, sometimes called the Twilight of the Gods, in which a great battle brings the death of the major gods, including Odin, Thor, and Frey. What is this event called?
We're locked in.
We're locked in.
Okay, and your final question in the Fleetwood Mac gauntlet is, in chemistry and physics, when atoms are held together by sharing electrons between them, this type of bond is formed. It is the most common type of chemical bond in organic molecules and is responsible for holding together substances like water, methane, and DNA. What type of bond is this?
We're locked in.
The category is Fleetwood Mac. We know it was gold. We know it was Ragnarok. What does this have to do with Fleetwood Mac?
I don't know, but I think it's covalent.
You think it's a covalent bond?
I think it's covalent.
Okay.
Yeah, as far as what the connection to Fleetwood Mac is, I'm not sure. Like I was waiting for the Cadillac Fleetwood to pop up, but it's not there. So like, yeah, I don't know what the connection is, but as far as that type of bond, I think that's a covalent bond.
Like, what percentage would you say you are on covalent bond?
I'd say about 75.
All right, let's go with that. Okay. We're going to lock in our answer.
Okay. All right, so let's go over the answers, and then we'll go over this who has won this thing. So the first question was this: This chemical element with the atomic number of 79 and the symbol Au derived from the Latin word aurum. Rodan, what were y'all thinking?
Number 79. I know my elements by number. That's the number for gold. And then it's used for jewelry. It's Au. We like gold.
And ebony and ivory.
He's the man with the Midas touch. It's Goldfinger.
Are you giving me the finger?
I am not. I'm giving you a little Shirley Bassey. Okay. But yeah, we went like Jonathan pretty much had this as he's going through the element list, which I am not. But right in the chat, he went with gold. So it's AU. That's gold. We're Mr. Ulrich.
All right. Second question in the gauntlet was in Norse mythology, what is the name of the apocalyptic event, sometimes called the Twilight of the Gods? Ebony and Ivory, what was y'all thinking?
We were thinking about Thor, and we said Ragnarok because that's the name of the movie.
Okay. And Rodan.
We had the same thing. Rowan had it pretty much immediately. Same thing, ran through my Thor movies, and Ragnarok is where we ended up.
And the final question in the Fleetwood Mac category was in chemistry and physics, when atoms are held together by sharing electrons between them, this type of bond is formed. What type of bond are we talking about? Ebony and Ivory? Or no, excuse me, I'm sorry. Rodan, you were first.
Well, I remember from high school chemistry that when you're sharing, it's covalent. If one atom is kind of giving to another, then it's ionic. I've also tried to study a little bit of organic chemistry just because I'm sick of dropping points on questions about, alkanes and alkenes and alkynes and what have you. So, yeah, we locked in with covalent.
And Ebony and Ivory.
And if one of them tries really hard and they gets mad when the other one doesn't try as hard, they're codependent. But
you need resonance theory to explain that.
I know. Robear, why don't you give this one here?
Yeah, pretty much. Just, with our conversation, it was pretty short. It says valent or covalent. It made sense to me. It's a chemical bond, and it's covalent. So that's in my mind, it was like 75%. We're going to go with covalent, so we went with covalent.
So just to let you know, the category was inspired by either lyrics or song titles that Fleetwood Mac did. And so, for example, the first question, Fleetwood Mac's, of course, classic Gold Dust Woman sponsored the correct answer for atomic number 79, which is in fact gold.
Mm-hmm.
The song Dreams talks about thunder only happens when it's raining. And that's where it took me to Ragnarok. So well done to the teams that got the apocalyptic. I keep wanting to call it apopolic, but the apocalyptic event was in fact Ragnarok. And then finally, the classic, and my favorite Fleetwood Mac song is a song called The Chain. And your correct answer for the chemicals is covalent bond. Covalent bond is your correct answer. Both teams got it right. So let's find out first by Ebony and Ivory. What was your bet?
Before we give the wager, Chris, on the thunder only happens when it rains. Did thunder take you to Thor and then Thor took you to Ragnarok? Is that how you got there?
That's correct. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So
understood now.
All right. Anyway, if it was a bad gauntlet, I'm sorry.
The gauntlet's good.
It was trying to be creative.
We weren't figuring out the clue.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Like, what does this have to do with Fleetwood Mac?
Yeah.
There you go.
We bet everything. We felt like the game has been pretty easy. We didn't want to give away a single point. We assumed that you would bet everything or that you would lock us out, but we bet it all.
All right. So ending with 344 points. Wow. So if Rodan bet 163, they're the winner chicken dinners. If they did not, will they be crying in their Rodan soup?
That's right. If you bet 164, you are screwed.
So, Rodan, what was your bet?
Well, this one's on me. Honestly, I knew less then I knew about 2 Fleetwood Mac songs, and we kind of throughout the game, the questions that gave us the most trouble were the music ones. And I thought you were going to lean more into the music aspect. And so even though Rowan did the math, I pushed for Winners Bet Zero, and we did.
And I was like, we could bet 163 or we could bet 0. And neither of us were Fleetwood Mac experts and decided, okay, things have been pretty accessible most of the game. Chris is probably going to throw some heat, and we bet 0.
All right. Robear, we came from behind.
With a grand total of 344 to 182, Ebony and Ivory is your victors tonight.
Woo!
Well done.
Congratulations.
Man.
Goodness.
Oh, yeah, that was a good game. That was super high scoring.
Wow.
Love that. All right. I do feel a little bit bad because it was hosts versus guests. And you never want the hosts to win on host versus guests. Jeez, Robear, have some class. You got to let the guests win sometimes. Man.
Hey, I'm still new here, damn it. So
we like to give our winning guest the chance to go first when we do shout outs or to promote causes, which is what made me realize that it was hosts versus guests. Dani, let's start with you.
All right. Well, thank you so much for having me on. I know I was a last second edition,
and
but
we were so happy that you would do it for us.
No,
Yes.
I'm very, very appreciative that when I saw the message on my phone, like I said this before we started, but I've been lucky enough to do this with Jonathan a couple times. But when I saw Chris on there, I may have squealed because I was very, very excited to see, because I have been listening to you guys pretty much since the beginning. My sister turned me on to you guys, and you guys were my in my ears on my bus rides home before we got a second car and I got to drive to and from work. And now my work is, I work from home now because I work for myself. I just wanted to say quickly, Jonathan, congratulations on making the jump to do this.
Thank
I know
you.
just how scary that is. I did it in 2020 when I just realized office work wasn't for me. Probably when I didn't have the people around me anymore to make it fun. And while I've got the gray hairs to show for it, it's a lot of fun being your own boss. It's really great. So congratulations. And quickly, the world is a hot mess, and a little positivity is always a great thing. You guys are absolutely phenomenal, and just a little bit of light every week. So I really appreciate you guys, and thank you guys so much for having me and for doing this.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
We love our Canadian people. You all are awesome.
And by the way, I brought my own gray hairs with me to the party, so I've been rocking that for quite a while now. All right, Rowan, over to you.
Thank you so much. This was a lot of fun. Thank you, Dani, for being my teammate. Thank you, Chris, for the fun game. Thank you, Jonathan and Robear, for being worthy opponents. This was so much fun, and I'm so glad you had a taping on Tuesday so I could come and play and not have to be at work. So thank you so much. And, you know, as far as anything, like if I'm at the end of a trivia podcast, what I always like to plug is if you or your friends are into horses and looking for a new horse of your own, consider an off-track thoroughbred. They've been working with humans ever since they were born, so they're like very trainable and very people horses. And there's a whole lot of life after the racetrack, whether you're looking for just a family horse to ride or like high-level eventing or anything in between. There's an off-track thoroughbred for you. So check out your local Cantor chapter, check out your local thoroughbred retirement accredited organization, and yeah, consider the OTTB because they're super cool horses.
Love it. All right, y'all, that is the end. That is going to wrap us up. So for Dani, for Rowan, for Robear, and for Chris, my name is Jonathan. This has been episode number 584 of Trivial Warfare, where it's not just trivia, it's war. Bye, everybody.
Have fun storming the castle.
And bye to our, but really quick, bye to our live stream, folks. We got some top fans over there. PJ Reed, Red October, and Sweetheart Holly are our top 3 in the live stream.
Woohoo! Thanks for listening to Trivial Warfare. Be sure to check out the revamped TrivialWarfare.com as your one-stop shop to submit questions, join the community, and get access to over 150 archived episodes. Warm It Up was written and performed by Matthew Stevens. This episode was edited and produced by me, Joel Sharpton. For help with your podcast, visit propodcastingservices.com.
Hold on for a second. Echo, shut up. Sorry.
All right, Christopher Walken.
Echo just started talking. I don't know why.
Shut up.
All right.